All right, we're live.
All right, sorry.
Hello, hello. That's okay. We are live. Welcome, everyone. This is our weekly hangout, and today we're going to be talking about being a poser online.
That never happens.
Never.
I think this is an awesome, awesome subject.
It is an awesome subject. I tried to re-listen to that audio, but I couldn't. It was another Wi-Fi thing again, so you might have to direct this one, and I'll just chime in on what you got to say about it.
Okay. I know, Jen, you were there for the Deep Abyss, the Poser Anonymous. Did you hear that audio?
Yes, I was there for that, yep.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, so that was powerful.
Definitely. I think a lot of us, we get like a false sense of, like a false sense of confidence from getting likes, comments, and shares on our posts on Facebook. And we, it feels good, but at the end of the day, it's not putting money in the bank. So today, we're here to talk about being a poser online versus posturing up. Jen, what did you get from the audio that we did the other day?
And you're talking about Deep Abyss still, right? Sorry, I just stepped away for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah. It kind of goes in line to me with what Gary Vee's been posting consistently and like really hammering it lately. Like, if you're gonna say that you want something, you're gonna do something, then just do it and stop, watching the videos and going out there and creating, content or. I love it. I love it all because it's just really, it kind of went well that if you're going to declare something or if you're, I don't know what I'm trying to say about saying things on Facebook or social media. Just need to make sure that you're being consistent and backing it up. I don't know. I mean, it was an eye opener. That's all I'll say.
Yeah. I wrote some things down, and Larry, he actually gave four things that we should really, really take a look at. And the first thing, can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And number one is to really, really take a look at your DMO, your daily method of operation, and look at it deeply. Look at the past 30 days, look at the past week, look at the past 90 days. And if your bottom line looks exactly the same as it did 90 days ago, or going into the negative, then you really need to take a look at what you're doing at, daily, so really take a look at that. And I think it all boils down to having a personal sense of self-worth, believing that you can do it, believing that, that you're worth being successful, having what the top earners have, doing what the top earners do, right?
Yeah, I think it definitely boils down to your belief. Because if you don't believe in yourself, you're not going to take action. You're not going to do your daily mode of operation. And the best things that I've done, and we did a 90-day challenge, is I got a notebook, and I've been tracking everything I do, how many friends I made that day, if I wrote my lists, how many leads I got, just everything I do, so I can look back and say, okay, I wasn't doing this, I wasn't doing that, what else can I do? But if you're not tracking it, then you don't know what you did 90 days ago, so you don't know what to switch around, Like if you're not getting that, the 90 days is a cycle, everything happens in a cycle, so it takes about 90 days. So, if you don't have the results and you're not tracking it, then you don't know what to fix, you don't know what to work on, So that's been really helpful for me. Are any of you guys tracking what you do daily?
Yeah, that's I've been doing it for the last week, and you're right. it really makes a difference, because it's kind of like the pilot in the airplane. You know how they have that checklist, and they know every gauge, they know everything, right? But maybe if they would sit there without the checklist, they'd think like, oh, I want a ham sandwich, or maybe I want to go to the jacuzzi when I get to the hotel. They forget about looking this one thing, and it's more just to help you, right? But I think before we go even into details like we're going, I think you guys should define like what's the poser, right, versus what's posture, right? Because I mean, some people think that so we should define that, yeah, like what really, like especially in our niche, what's really the poser, right?
I think the poser is the person that runs around online. They flash money. Like, that's the worst of the posers, is when they're just flashing money. They're going out there and they're saying to do something, but they're not actually doing it themselves in their business. That's a poser to me. Do you guys agree? Where'd Jessica go? Yeah, where did
my God. She just, our host with the most took off.
It seems to me that, and I love when Gary Vee says that the most important thing we have as entrepreneurs is self-awareness, and I think that's part of the issue, is that people don't really know who they are and what they want to begin with, and then so they're just sort of following the crowd. Like, I'm gonna go on, I'm gonna post this, I'm going to watch this Gary Vee video and say, yeah, I'm with you, buddy, you rock, and then like just kind of do what everybody else is doing, but not really know what it takes, and maybe they're not even willing to do that. Like, I don't have a desire to buy the jets. I applaud Gary Vee. I think he is awesome, and he just works his butt off. If you go on Snapchat and you see what he does, it's like, whoa. I mean, he's on it 24 hours a day. That's just not who I am and what I want. So I don't aspire to work like him, because that's not where I'm going. But when I do what I do, so if I say I have 3 hours a day because I have kids, I need to have Gary Vee work ethic for those 3 hours. And that, I think people don't get that. They think, oh, to be successful, I have to be like Gary Vee and do that. And then they don't want to really on the inside, so they just kind of don't do it. And it's like, it's okay. You don't have to be Gary Vee or Grant Cardone. Like, really. I mean, you just do you, but figure out what that is first before you go declare, I'm this, I'm that, I'm in this program, I'm in that program, and we lost Summer, and Ferdinand, it's you and me, baby!
Oh, this is crazy. It's like a Bermuda Triangle over here. I'm scared. Let me grab onto the table.
It's the deep abyss. I mean, yeah.
Right? There you go. That's it.
So my suggestion is always to people to really do, and I read this book, The Desire Map by Danielle Laporte, which is all about that, is just really figuring out what it is that you want. Because if you don't, you're not going to come from a place inspired. You're just going to come from a place of following or faking, and it's not going to do you any good. You'll do the work for a week or a month, and then so.
I agree 100% with you. There's a famous quote that everybody says. It's a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step, and I disagree with that. I think a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one vision. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because if you don't have the right vision, you'll take that journey of 1,000 miles, you'll take that first step, and then you'll get to your journey, and then you realize what happened. I'm not happy. Everybody else is happy. Why do I feel empty? And it's because they didn't have the vision, you know, and to do big stuff, to do the stuff that we're trying to do, you're going to have a team no matter what. I mean, yeah, we're starting out, but eventually to get, to take it to the next level, we're going to have to team up with people that have the skills that we don't have, right? Like right now, my family wants me to do their website, right? But I'm going to have to study for a really hard test to get a license for them to be able to hire doctors here. And, I don't want to take that path, but they've given me a great life, and I owe it to them, and I'm like, you know what? It's going to give me the lifestyle that I want. I could go to the library whenever I want. I could study whenever I want. I could work on my business wherever I want, right? I don't have to report to a job. I'm going to have to crack my brain, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to keep my brain sharp. But then I'm thinking, man, okay, they want to buy the software that we sell in our company for a whole year. They're like, here, let's buy the software for the whole year. And I'm thinking, well, for me to make it work, I'm going to have to outsource it. I'm going to have to hire somebody to make the website for them, right? Because I was going to do it initially, right? And so, but for me to be able to get that person on team, to get on board, I have to have a vision. I have to be able to sell to this person, look, this is what we want to do. And, and maybe I could get somebody, and so to recruit the talent that you need, You gotta have that vision, you know. And so you're totally right. If you don't know what you want, if you don't know where you're going, then you're just gonna come in, you're gonna try a couple things, it's not gonna work, you're gonna fall on your head, and then what are you gonna do?